Hello everybody and welcome to speed build number 9. Now this one is very interesting. It's actually a triangular house, and as you'll see later, it's not one triangle, it's actually kind of two. It's a weird way I did this one. Yeah, this doesn't stay. So, it's, the name, which is, whoa, is not only because it's triangular, but also because this one is painted bright orange. Yes, bright orange. I don't know why I wanted to do bright orange, but I decided to do it. So here you can see this is the main floor triangle, and in the back, that's going to be a deck. So you can see there's the main floor, and then upstairs, it's kind of the same way, except just opposite. So like on the front, the main floor is a triangle. In the back, the deck is a triangle. On the front, it's the other way around. On the top, upper stairs is the other way around. It's hard to explain, but you can see it here. And it's very interesting. I've certainly never seen anything built like this, even similar to this. So I thought it'd be an interesting thing to try to build here. And the final house is, oh yeah, here you can see how I did it. The final house is 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So I'm just adding a garage on here, and you can see how I did the 2 triangle, like the 2 triangles, one on the first floor, one on the second floor. So when the roof is on, it doesn't actually look like it's a triangular house, but it really is, which means everything's on diagonal, which made it really difficult to furnish and everything, because you can see it's all diagonal. Another thing that made it difficult is you can't put stairs on a diagonal. So that was difficult to put stairs in, like not only just up to the house, but also from the first floor to the second floor. So that was difficult, but I worked around it. Yeah, that fence doesn't stay. I used that fence, but it doesn't stay that way. And yeah, I just made a cut in for the front door. And now the stairs inside, I do expand this little triangle bump out. You can see I have one on the first floor, one on the second floor. However, I do expand the one on the first floor for the stairs, but I don't on the one on the second floor. And the one on the second floor is where the master bath goes, and the master bathroom is so small. And I should have extended it to make them the same size, but I didn't think of it. So I'm sorry about that. See, if you download this house, which you can, because I have the link in the description below, you can fix that yourself. So I'm just putting the stairs in, which that took a while. And now I'm going to be building, I think, the floor plan, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I think it's the floor plan I'm going to do. And I just really like this house. It's very cool, and it's ultra modern. So I think that looked just really nice. It's very interesting looking. So here on the second floor, I'm working on the landing, and the floor plan was really difficult. The master bedroom is a really weird shape. You can see there, that's the master bedroom. It's like a triangle with a cutout for the bathroom, and the second bedroom is really small. So that just, it was hard to work with. But that's what you get when you build a diagonal house. So here we go. I'm going to be doing the orange, the bright orange exterior paint now. And it's all orange. Everything's orange. There's no stone or anything like that. So it's a lot of orange. So you can see that border here. I'm doing like that thin little bit between the first floor and second floor that I'm trying to fix the color on. There's one of them upstairs, though I forgot to do it. An upstairs balcony. I think I'll try to fix that myself later off camera. Sorry about that. So here I'm I'm putting in the front porch, as you can see, and it's really weird. It looks like a really weird shape, and the stairs actually, they're on a diagonal, though they're not. The house is on a diagonal, and the stairs are actually going to be just normal. So that's very interesting. Also, windows were a bit difficult, because everything is like stretched on a diagonal. So I kind of wanted to combine those 2 windows, that wouldn't let me. That was quite aggravating. So now I basically just use all of that window, and the only 3 wide front door that was appropriate for this house wasn't very modern, but I had to use it because it's the only one that would work. Yeah, it's I use basically those big windows you can see downstairs. Use them in the whole house. Basically the whole entire house just uses those windows. There's a few smaller ones like for the bathroom and stuff, but mainly it's those windows. So you can see I was just putting in all the balcony railings and such. And I'm just finishing off the windows here. Yeah, you can see I'm using a lot of those really big windows, and then a few smaller ones just around, just to make it work better. And we should be completing the windows soon and moving inside. So here we go. Wait, no, I have to finish these windows. And I had trouble putting these windows in the master bathroom. It wouldn't let me put one there. You can see I have to try to get that to work, but it wouldn't let me, so that was aggravating, but I did work it out in the end. Now, oh yeah, now the doors, obviously exterior porch. There's a lot of really big balconies off this, well, deck and balcony off this house, and I actually do spend a lot of time on the landscaping, because there's a very nice pool in the end, and it does really look quite nice. So here I'm doing my fancy roof design. It's not really that fancy, but I thought it looked really cool. As you can see, it doesn't look like a triangular house from the roof because it's actually looks like a diamond because of the balconies and decks that come off the house. So at first, it doesn't look like a triangular house, but when you actually go inside, you can see that it is, in fact, triangular. And here on the fence, like on the openings of the fence, I put in these columns. Now, they don't actually serve any purpose. I originally was going to put a trellis over them, as you'll see, but it just didn't work, and it looked really silly. It didn't actually look like the columns were supporting it, so I had to give up on that. But I left the columns there, and I thought they actually kind of looked kind of cool. They didn't have any purpose, though, besides just being there. You can see it just kind of made like a nice edging for the fence. So here I'm doing the driveway, which I mean, in The Sims, cars can't actually drive on the driveways. They don't actually use them. But in real life, I don't think a car would even be able to drive up that driveway because it's far too narrow. But it looks nice. So I use this nice redwood mulch in the flower beds. I think that's what it is. And it looks really nice. And a very tropical kind of plants-ish. Some are, some aren't. And I think the landscape is kind of bland, but it's not too bad. I kind of like it. It suits the style of the house quite nicely. And it's very simple. Just a lot of ferns, hundreds of ferns, but it's nice and simple, and some white flowers. And bamboo, of course. I like the bamboo. It just looks nice and modern, of course. And I should be. I think I just do the front yard and landscaping, and then I do the inside, and then I do the backyard. I think I'm not really sure what order I do it in, because I actually built this a while ago from the recording. So yeah, I'm just putting railings on the front porch, and yeah, here there's a really big walkway that goes through here, and I want to put a fountain, and I really don't know what kind of fountain I want, because I keep changing it, because I can never actually settle on a fountain that I like. Fountain size, eventually just go with a rectangle. It's just a plain rectangle, but I went through a bunch of different variations here before I settled on what I really wanted. See, that was fine, except when I put in the walkway, it wasn't in the center. So I decided just to make it too wide, but then I realized I put a pool in, so I had to redo it again. That was a bit of a mess, but it looks quite nice in the end, even though that pathway is kind of useless. I mean, I don't know what kind of point it would be for. I mean, it looks more of a driveway with a fountain in the middle of it than a pathway, but it's fine. And I also have these nice, when I put a flower bed going along the whole yard, and when I do that, it leaves some kind of interesting shaped bits in the yard, between little patches of grass, weird shaped patches of grass. I made those with sand, some raked sand that looks really nice. You'll see that near the end of the video. So there's my fancy pool, which I really like. And then I discovered these large modern floor tiles. You can see I put them in the pool there. And I actually replaced all the brick, like I put on the roof and on all the patios and stuff. And I actually changed it out with that. You'll see I do change it all, which I'm doing it right now. You can see that front porch. I just changed it from the brick. And then it wouldn't let me put in that corner, that little triangle of stone of the pathway, because the flowers were in the way. See, that's ridiculous, but whatever. And I threw it on the roof, and you can see all the balconies, which it looks quite nice. It looks better than the brick, because it just does. And you can see I'm just changing it all. And now we should be moving to the backyard here. Yeah, I do the patio. It looks really big at first, but it's shrunken down considerably because I extend the deck, because I had to put the stairs in. So I did have to shrink that. But it's a good place to sit. Well, I didn't really put much seating area, but I mean, it's a nice backyard. It's actually rather spacious, so there's not that much grass. There's a lot of flower beds and plants instead, which, it's fine. just because of that, it takes the house a while to load when in game, because there's so much stuff on the landscape for it to load, which that's the only downside to it all. So, you know. So here I'm just extending the balcony, the deck, because I need to have a place for stairs that isn't on an angle. And so I'm just doing that now. And I add a nice little roof over the top. It's very similar to the garage roof, you know. I mean, it's got the railing around the edge, even though it's not actually usable, but it looks nice anyway. And I use the stage feature here. The stage, that makes it a nice thick kind of bit to go above the balcony. I think it looks quite nice. And I kept redoing the roof here because I didn't quite like the shape I originally had come up with, so I kept changing that up. So now that I've completed that, we should be moving to the railing over here. As you can see, it's just, you know, it's quite simple. And now I'm putting in the pool deck, you know, the stone bricks that go around the pool. And I really like how it looks. I think it looks very nice. And now, oh, actually, I do the landscaping now. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought I did it later, but never mind. I'm doing it now. So I just start with the patios, and then I extend the fence around the whole yard here, as you can see. And then I'm going to, put in the flower beds, which I do the flower bed around the whole entire backyard. As you can see, I'm doing it now. And that means there's a lot of ferns, because I fill the whole thing with ferns. And near the end of the video, I realized how bland it looks and empty, so I actually do put in some white flowers near the end, so it looks nice. And you can see there, where I just went past, there's like these weird little areas that they're just like grass, but it's not really usable because it's so small. So I fill those in with nice sand and some bamboo. It looks quite nice, so I like that. And now I'm just finishing off all the edges and corners. And now I'm putting the sand in. Now you can see here, it just looks so, I like the look of that. I think it's cool. I did it in the front yard too. And I think it just looks so cool. It looks interesting. It's almost kind of like a little Zen garden. I don't know. It just has bamboo in it. There's no actual, like, flowers or bushes in there at all. Actually, I do like the look of it, though. It looks quite nice. I really like it. It's very simple. Yet it fills in the space nicely. And as you can see, I'm just putting the bamboo in, and then I'm going to put in hundreds of ferns. Well, first I'm going to put in these large leafed plants. Don't really know what they're called. I think they're called banana leaf. And here goes the ferns. Yes, you can see, it looks just so ridiculous. I really don't know. I think flowers would have looked better, but I do put flowers intermingled with the ferns, so it doesn't look just like a wall of ferns like it does right now. So I do fix that up later. So now I'm going to put in a nice tree off into the side of the yard, and of course some more bamboo, and just finishing off the ferns. Yeah, more ferns. And I'm just putting, here I'm putting some white flowers in, though I do add more later, but not at first. And I just put some brightly colored bushes along the side of the garage to spice it up a bit. And now I'm putting in some dry grass, where like there's no trees, where it'd be dried off. And now we get to move on to the inside. So I'm just extending that bedroom there, because it was too small. And now I'm going to do interior doors, and things like that. Now, it's very black and white inside. All the walls are white, and all the floors are, not all the floors, but mainly the floors are black tile. I really like these really the big tiles I use. You'll see I use them soon. I mean, throughout the whole first floor. And I really like the look of them. They're very modern, and they look very clean. I really like the look of them, and especially in black. I think it just looks really nice, and I'll probably be using them a lot more in the future. I didn't even know they existed until this video. I just found them. So that's something neat. And I should be doing that now. And you can see the stairs in the garage. Again, they look like they're on an angle, but they're not. It's because the garage is on an angle. So I thought that looked kind of cool. So here you can see my, well, you could see for a moment there, the tiles I used, replacing the garage door. And you can see they're really nice, big tiles. Now I made them black. I just like the look of them. I really do. And it looks kind of cool because they're all on diagonal, because the house is on a diagonal. So I like the look of that. I think it's very neat. So here I'm doing the kitchen, and it's a very black and white color scheme in here. The cabinets are all white, and the countertops are all black. and it's all the furniture's that way too, except for like the fabric. I use very bright colors on that as a pop, so it stands out. The furniture stands out from the background, like all the rest of the house. So I thought that was a really neat thing that I did, and I use a lot of orange. I think it's red, orange, and blue I use as the colors inside, and I just think it looks really cool. So here I'm going to do the dining room. You see I just finished the kitchen there, and it's a very small dining room. It's just that small table, and here you can see I'm doing the orange chairs, and that's only the beginning. So I have some orange bar stools over here at the island, as you can see. Well, it's not really an island, but it's similar. So now I'm bringing in the color so it stands out from the rest. I was originally going to do a black wall, but I quickly decided not to do that. And instead I went for some really nice light white tiles. I do that whole wall as tiled. And I'm really a fan of what I did under the stairs. See, I put a desk under there, so it's like a cool little study nook. Now I'm not sure it's actually usable because the stairs might be in the way, but I think it looks really cool. I mean, just for show. It does look really nice because it is a unique use of space. Now, the living room is pretty much non-existent because there wasn't much room for me to work with. There wasn't much room left in the house after I did the kitchen because that takes up most of the space. So, really it's just a couch and chair and a TV. I mean, it's, it would function fine, but it's just not that large. So you can see I made the chair at the desk blue and the couch blue and that chair blue. So really on the first floor it's blue and orange furniture, and then I put in the red curtains, which I'm doing now, and it just looks really cool. I think it looks really cool because it's just all the bright colors on the furniture just used in limited amounts. I thought that was a neat idea. So here I'm doing the first bathroom, the bathroom that's more usable than the master bathroom because it's so small. But I think it's a nice bathroom. It's rather simple, but it turned out quite nicely. It'll do the job just fine. So now we should be adding in some interior lights because I didn't do that. I'll use these very modern kind of glass lights, which is very interesting. I do like them. I don't usually use them. I usually just use them like in the garage or something. But I thought in this house they'd work just fine. So here I'm doing the garage, as you can see. And it's very small, so I had trouble putting a car in there. So it has to go on an angle, but I was able to fit it in. And the car matches with gray, so it goes with everything else, kind of. So on the landing upstairs, it's kind of like a small sitting area, more of a book nook, because it has a bunch of bookshelves and a nice lounge chair kind of thing. So I thought that looked really neat. I like the look of that. Because you come up the stairs, it's more cozy and confined than the downstairs here. So you can see I'm just putting in a couple of nice blue chairs and some red curtains, which contrast them nicely. So now I'm going to proceed into the bedrooms. So start with this bedroom, and it's rather basic. It's the main color. It's kind of blue. Well, it's got blue carpet. Everything else is very neutral colors. The master bedroom, it's more bright, it's more green. I do a green color in there, so that looks nice. And here I'm just putting in some artwork. That was a weird accent there. Some artwork, and I really like the look of this bedroom. I think it turned out nice. Even though it's kind of small and compact, I think it turned out quite nicely. So the master bedroom I had issues with because the bathroom, kind of encroached into the space too much. And I couldn't really fit the bed in a usable manner, so I had to make the bathroom smaller, and that created another issue, because then the bathroom's not that usable because it's just so small and compact. I mean, it's usable, but it doesn't look very nice, and it's like so compact. Don't think it'd really be something you'd want to use every day. So here I'm just finishing off the master bedroom, and now we're going to begin on the master bathroom. And as you can see, there's the sink, countertop. The countertop is just too large. I had to make it really small, and the shower just didn't fit. Yeah, I was gonna put it there, but it didn't look right. So I ended up putting it there. So you got that unusable little corner in there. So I had to put the toilet there. It just looks ridiculous. So then I decided to put some wall to floor to ceiling length windows in there. mirrors, not windows, mirrors, because I thought it would make the room look larger, though it didn't really work that well. So I just put them on that kind of corner wall. I mean, it gives a nice effect, but I don't think it's really that usable. So here I put in some yellow chairs in the master bedroom, and then on this big balcony, I put in some yellow chairs, lounge chairs out here too. So that's kind of bright and cheery. So now I'm working on exterior lights and exterior furniture, outdoor furniture. So it's very simple. I don't really put that much out there because I didn't really feel like doing that much out there. Because it's I don't know. I just didn't think. I didn't want to make it too cluttered because the inside of the house isn't very, it's very simple, very open. So I decided I'd do that outside as well. You can see I put some blue deck chairs there and a nice grill. I also put a nice table out here with some red chairs, so that looks nice. And of course, a couple of ladders to go into the pool. And we're almost done the house, and I just really like how it turned out. And I think it's definitely unique and a very interesting abode. Here you can see I'm putting in the white flowers. I put those white flowers in around the outside just to add in some more color, because it was just way too many ferns, and I didn't like it that much. So that's what I did there. So now I'm just working on just some minor exterior lights, like the teeny little kind that go on like the edge of fences. So I'm just finishing it off there so it looks nice and bright and cheery at nighttime. So we're nearing the end of the video, well, the end of the building. Then I'm gonna go with the pictures, the pictures that make it look like you're actually inside the house, because I like that. I think it's nice looking. So I'm just finishing off that, and I'm finishing off painting that underneath the house black, because really there's going to be no grass growing under the house, so I had to do that. So here we go. Let's just move right onto the screenshots right very soon. So here we have the front yard, nice and finished. As you can see, it's very bright and orange. And now we're going to be moving it to the backyard. You can see the beautiful view of the mountains. And it's kind of bland from the back, but it's not too bad. Here we have the side yard. And next we're going to be proceeding to the living room. As you can see here, it's not much of a living room, but, you know, it is some place to be. And here we have the kitchen and dining room, or the dining room and kitchen. And it's very simple. I like it. Here we have the master bedroom, which turned out fine, really. And now we're going to be moving to the floor plan shots and the day and night shots. So everybody, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, so that way you can see all my videos as they come out. So everybody, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.